Why should you take more risks in life? Why should you take more risks when it comes to finding out what your future is or finding out what your true potential may be? As someone who's taken a bunch of risks in my 20 years of life, one thing that is safe to say is that I've learned a lot from all the risks that I've taken. And honestly, I wouldn't be the person I am today without the risks that I took. 2 years ago, I took one of the biggest risks of my entire life by joining the Air Force. And honestly, it's probably one of the biggest risks that ended up paying off for me. In my last video, I talked about kind of what my goals are in terms of what I want to achieve and how I'm still figuring out at my age. And this video specifically is just talking about the risk side of things and just talking about what risk really means and what risk kind of entails. When it comes to sacrifice, it's something that really, you're gonna lose, but you end up going through it anyway. For me, it was joining the military, and my sacrifice was leaving people behind for a little bit, and not only that, but leaving them to change your life and have a different lifestyle and approach when it comes to life in general. Sacrifice is something that's rooted into me. It's something that I had to do at a young age. Being 20, I'm still taking sacrifices. I'm still taking risk, and I'm going out there and taking every opportunity that I can, to better myself, and also to kind of showcase that, I'm okay with doing all these things. I'm okay with, doing the hard things. I'm okay with, settling for what I have right now in order to pursue something bigger and better. This video is specifically for you guys, why you should take risks. We get it. We know that I've taken a lot of risks and I've taken a lot of sacrifice in my life to get to where I am today, but this is more of a reasoning for you on why you guys should take risks. And so I would say one of the biggest things is, and why you should, is because you will feel a lot more proud of yourself and feel a lot more gratitude and appreciation for the things you do if you take more risks, because you get to see what you're truly capable of. You get to see what your capabilities are in terms of a human being. A person that doesn't take risks is one that just is shy, that shies away from opportunity and the potential to grow in their lives. But someone that takes opportunity to make sure their life is going to be substantial in terms of growth, and it's going to be a rewarding life, you take risks. Whether it's taking a pay cut, whether it's taking a job you don't like, but it's going to be worth it at the end of the day, or you may not know it's worth it at the end of the day. I think that falls more under risk than sacrifice. I would say second thing is for those that are scared of going out there and putting your best face and best foot forward in this world. You just go out and just learn from because the truth is people aren't gonna be always supportive of you. People aren't gonna be always understanding of what you're trying to do in life, and that's kind of the point. The point is to not have everyone that is supportive and knows what you're trying to do. The point is for you to know what you're trying to do and what you ultimately want in life. You're not trying to impress anyone. You're trying to only impress yourself and better yourself. And naturally, all these people would compliment your works and actually appreciate you for who you are. And so that's what you should chase. That's the risk you should ultimately chase, because that's the reward of that risk, in my opinion. Third reason, and I would say it's probably the most important reason, is you have no idea who you would become if you took more risks. You have no idea the potential you have. I feel like us as human beings have unlocked only 40, if not half of our potential, or true potential. But to unlock that full 100% or at least close to it, you have to take risks. You have to go out there and do the hard thing, do the uneasy thing, do the stressful thing, do the worst thing, do the most annoying thing, because at the end of the day, there's a reason why people get blessed with opportunities. And look, I understand, risk or taking risks can be scary. It can be daunting. It can be so hard that you can't breathe. You can't even fathom, you taking them. But at the end of the day, you just gotta look at people like myself that has gone through a lot or taken a lot of risks and, gotten a lot in return from them. You have to go in with an open mindset, and you can't always just wing it. You have to, put your best effort, and you have to, go out there and just do what others don't do. That's kind of, one of the biggest points of taking a risk is that it's easy to take risks because not many people are willing to do so. And when you do that, you tend to stand out a lot quicker, because you value yourself as one to do so. And for those that try to seek validation or try to seek guidance or wisdom or people's attention or whatnot, I would say it comes naturally when you work on yourself and better yourself in that way. It all comes naturally. People would be true people, right? True, and I would say humble people, as well as people that see value in yourself. They will notice that. They will compliment you. They will tell you that you're doing a good job. And even a better friend will tell you that there's a lot, work left to do, and there's a lot that needs to, keep on happening for you to keep that success going consistently. It's not about being a one-hit wonder. It's about staying consistent throughout and maintaining that consistency even through the hard times. I know it's easier said than done, but you look at your favorite NBA players or athletes or influencers. They all come from the same seed. They all grew from the same seed. And people like me, trying to start out and trying to be an influencer, I guess, or try to be someone that just wants to document his life and kind of just showcase what I am and who I am and what I'm capable of. That's the risk I'm taking. The risk is that it may not work out, or it may just be one of those things where not many people can see, or they want to see. But it's a risk that I'm willing to take, and I think it's a risk that it's one of those risks that it'll pay off in the future. But yeah, that pretty much covers all of what I was trying to convey in terms of risk taking and why risk taking is worth it and why it pays off in the end of the day. I know this is off topic, but one thing that I did so far is I had made notes on my phone, the different titles of YouTube videos that I plan on shooting in terms of content wise, and this is one of them. Why you should take more risk is the first video on that long list of titles I have, that I want to try to push out. 2 years ago, I wouldn't have thought that I would be making YouTube videos. I probably would have been making Fortnite videos if I wasn't where I am today, but I definitely wouldn't have thought of making videos like these, like POVs, and just talking and kind of giving my 2 cents on what I think and what my opinion is on certain things. A lot can happen in 2 years, a lot can happen in 1 year, a lot can happen in 6 months, 3 months, 1 month, a week, 2 days. It's about taking that risk to do so, to see if you're capable of handling all the stuff that comes with taking risks. I'm looking forward to being more consistent and kind of getting back into the grind of things, since I have a lot more free time now. So I guess I'll see you guys in the next video.